Live from King Lane Creations, it's Lane's 5th Anniversary Spectacular. Here's your host, Lane Wilkinson.
Hello there everybody, this is Lane, and today we are going to celebrate 10 years of me being on YouTube, as well as 5 years of me being on this YouTube channel. You'll see a Q&A, as well as a brand new Flipnote Mashup, just to name a few. So join me on Lane's 5th Anniversary Spectacular.
Lane began as a brainchild of kindergarten student Lane Wilkinson. While at school, he created his first story with his Lane character in 2009. In 2010, Lane's father, Scott Wilkinson, gave him permission to make and upload videos on his channel, Sir Isaac Tech. That channel was never that popular and has now been abandoned. In 2015, after 2 years of waiting and depression, Lane was finally able to get Flipnote Studios 3D for the Nintendo 3DS. One feature that made its original DSi predecessor obsolete was the fact that you can export your Flipnote as an AVI. That's what Lane decided to do on one of his Flipnotes. He then took the AVI Flipnote and converted it into an MP4 video, and edited the video post-production. Thus, King Lane Creations was born, and what better way to premiere his first Flipnote than on a YouTube channel that he can call his own. On May 2nd, 2015, the Lane YouTube channel was created alongside its launch video, Bubble Blowing Babies.
King Lane Creation.
That's right! So who blew it? So, nobody knows! Maybe it was... Shut up! Somebody in here ain't a real man!
Man, the animation hasn't changed a bit, has it? Maybe the drawings were a little bit crude, I mean they were on the 3DS after all, but all the characters were there. Flame and Seismo, the Powerpuff Girls, and of course, Pokemon. This channel has been around for 5 years, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have any secrets.
In April 2016, after my 11th Flipnote video, I took a long hiatus as the video was not a huge success, thus ending the original run of Flipnote videos. It was around 5 or 6 months later that I was able to make a new video. Originally, I was going to make a 1-week miniseries about General Mills' monster cereals, and uploaded the first episode explaining the history of Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Boo Berry. The video is currently lost to time, and was removed because it was just straight up awful. It wasn't until December of 2016 was when I finally found my identity, reviewing merchandise. My first review was on the SH Figuarts Mario set and was published on December 22nd, 2016. Some of the videos I made were very ambitious for its time. For example, it took me a whole week for me to finish the Powerpuff Girls retrospective video, and at the time it was considered to be my best video. I did not take any sleep. I stayed up all night making that video. Another video that had development trouble was the Tomy Sonic problem. It was an editing nightmare looking back on it, and was another video I considered the best at the time. Most of the other long videos were not as hard as those videos. But Squally Adventure took me 2 days to film, and it was a lot of fun to make, even if it is a knockoff of one of Sonic Toast's super old videos. But if there was one series that made Lane a household name, would have to be the Tomy Sonic Spokesman, formerly known as Tomy Sonic Tuesday. Originally, it was going to be a series where Lane unboxed a Tomy Sonic item every Tuesday, but because of his impatience, neither of those videos were ever uploaded on a Tuesday, and the Tuesday part became nothing more than just a joke, as well as having to compete with other YouTubers. In most of these videos, you can tell that I was trying to be a tryhard since I was starting to become popular. And even today, you'll see a rare occasion of me trying to be edgy.
Now that we talked about some anecdotes and fun facts about my old videos, let's jump into the Q&A where many fans asked me questions that I will get to answering right now. Cyberstar Mouse asks if me and Pasquale are platonically married. Nope. Kenton Robinson has 3 questions. What's your favorite modern animatronic? Anything that's currently coming out of the Walt Disney Imagineering. If you could be a kid in a certain decade, which one would it be?
Welcome to the 90s.
And finally, what is your most valued Chuck E. Cheese / Showbiz Pizza prize? Currently, this is my favorite CEC / Showbiz prize. Hope these answers satisfy you. Jack Mations asks about my history with Chuck E. Cheese. My family and my mother's family would always take me to Chuck E. Cheese's when me and my brother were super young. Though I personally think you should never take your kids to Chuck E. Cheese's until they're like over 5 years old. Anyways, we would go there constantly, but I never really acknowledged the characters that much. But I do know that every time we went to a location, it was always a Studio C, which is the animatronic stage I am familiar with the most. Anyways, my parents thought I was getting too old and they thought the food was crap, so in 2012, months before Chucky was changed into a rock star, we stopped going. Then I watched Peanut Butter Gamer and Space Hamster play a Chuck E. Cheese game for the Nintendo DS while looking up the characters and their animatronic counterparts. That got me interested enough to get into the Chuck E. Cheese characters as well as the restaurant's legacy. In 2018, me and my dad went to Chuck E. Cheese's for the first time in 6 years. And about a year later, I attended Chuck E. Con 2019. Oakland Pacific Central asked me 3 questions. What are your top 5 Pizza Time Theater animatronics that are extinct? Basically, the original 4 portrait animatronics. The 5th one would have to be the original Dolly. What era of Chuck E. Cheese do you like? The classic Pizza Time Theater era. The best will always be the originals. If you had to get an animatronic for yourself, what would it be? This guy. Carmen Gutierrez asks, would you rather a Sonic crossover with Tiny Toon Adventures or a Mixels one? If I have to be honest, I think Tiny Toons would make more sense as it features a huge amount of animal characters and similarities appearance-wise. And finally, I saved the best question for last from Alex Perez. Do you want Tommy Sonic to return? Well, Mr. Perez, while I do think the line should have lasted longer to where we actually got the metal play packs, I think Jakks Pacific will do fine with the Sonic license for now. Of course, there's a chance that Sega and Tomy will work on Sonic again in the future, but only time will tell. Speaking of Tomy Sonic, how about we watch some of my old Tomy Sonic videos, since that's basically the only reason why you guys really watch my channel. That concludes the Q&A, so let's not wait any longer, and let's watch those videos.
So here is my first ever Tomy Sonic spokesman video. It's actually back when I used to be Tomy Sonic Tuesday, and you can see that this was me back in 2017. In fact, in 2017, I was actually starting to become the right age to be a YouTuber, and you can see then like there's my brother walking in the video. I completely did not know that, and I don't think he was really aware that I was filming anyways. But yeah. So this was the first Tomy Sonic video I made when the comic book packs came in, which I don't know. Looking back on it, I hate comic book packs. Like even with the Jazzwares ones that I don't even actually own. Like I do kind of hate comic book packs because they're not really. I mean, they do kind of look sort of appealing, but it's just the thing is just I don't want a comic book. I just want the figures. Not to mention that I already had a classic Sonic from the 25th anniversary line, so basically I was just wanting it just for the modern Sonic figure, and they were kind of a waste of money, but I don't really regret the purchases, to be honest. Even if I think I pay a little too much than what I wanted, I still don't regret buying them, because I'm happy with what I have, and I should be thankful for it. And maybe you should too. Go watch the VeggieTales episode of Madame Blueberry. That one's a good one. to watch. It comes with the cheeseburger song. A lot of people at the time, cause I'm very picky, cause I don't like getting haircuts. So like, in a lot of my old videos where I showed my face, I had like really long hair, and a lot of people in the comments would always ask me if I was like if I was a boy with long hair or a girl. Like even when I go to restaurants, like a lot of people would call me a she, and it was a little annoying, but like. That just showed like how like curious everybody was. So basically that's where I started talking about the comic book. I'm just gonna have to admit it, but I never read that comic at all. Like I just looked at the pictures and thought they were cool. This was around the time when Archie Comics was losing the rights to Sonic, and currently the comic book rights holders to Sonic the Hedgehog is IDW, and I've never read the IDW comics because I don't really care for the Sonic comics personally, just because I kind of just prefer like the video game lore, and I don't count anything else as canon unless if it's confirmed to be canon by Sega. And in the original Tomy Sonic Tuesday videos, before they kind of became more review, like I don't consider the Tomy Sonic videos, the Tomy Sonic Tuesday / spokesman videos, to be reviews, just because I kind of try to do that in a different style. I mean, a lot of people mistaken them for reviews, and that's fine, but I don't consider them to be reviews personally. Sorry for the awkward jump cut. This is the Tails and Metal Sonic comic book pack video. This was still in the Tomy Sonic Tuesday days. Well, most of my videos. I think only 2 videos were ever had the Tomy Sonic spokesman rebrand. But yeah, this is classic Metal Sonic, and despite not having the back jet or the shiny look, I mean, he's still a okay figure. I mean, sure, he is missing wrists and the wrists and the ankle joints, but I think that's kind of fine, given the limitations. And here's the modern Metal Sonic figure, which is, in my opinion, my least favorite, the definitive least favorite Tomy Sonic action figure. I mean, it was bad enough that they didn't do the shininess. I mean, like, you'd think, Tomy would do the shininess, but for some reason they just didn't. But I think the worst part was just some of the back jets. So later on the video, if you didn't watch it, but like at the end of the video, I repainted Metal Sonic to have him with the back jet, and repainted his parts silver. I didn't repaint the classic Metal Sonic figure silver, but I did. I'm gonna give him a shiny coat. And modern Metal Sonic is pretty sticky, so that's kind of. So yeah, so I started hunting down the 3-inch Jazzwares Metal Sonic, because it was one of the only good 3-inch figures that Jazzwares made. At least, like, when I mean the only good, I mean like good as in like perfect in almost every way. And I do have that figure. I did make a review on it as part of a mini series called Jazz Reviews, which I've only made 2 videos on, but I would love to make more Jazz Reviews in the future, especially since I want to talk trash about their Mega Man line and praise their Mega Man Retro Roto line, because there is some good in Jazzwares, despite being one of America's crappiest toy companies. But yeah, this video was another example on me trying to be edgy, trying to be cool. I wanted people to be sorry for me intentionally. Yeah, I wasn't the best YouTuber at that time, or not the best person. Like, I mean, I was around 13 when I started, getting more popular with these Tomy Sonic videos. And even at 13, I feel like that's a little immature, like, especially since, because, the problem with YouTube and YouTube comments and communities is that a lot of YouTubers, like, lie about their age, because you'll see a lot of people under 13. I mean, I was making videos when I was 6 years old. That's how old I was when I was making videos and sharing them on YouTube. And I was 11 years old when I started the YouTube channel. Though, to be fair, my dad was also under control at that time. It wasn't until when I started making the Tomy Sonic videos was when I started taking over the channel. Here's the last Tomy Sonic spokesman video that we're gonna watch. It is the Chow Pack, and this is probably one of the most infamous videos because this is actually the first ever video I ever made where I talk trash about Jazzwares, and I still think Jazzwares is a bad company. I heard they recently got the license to make Halo action figures, so I don't play Halo, but maybe I might get a Master Chief action figure. I don't know, like as like a a one-off review or something. That would be cool. Currently, they kind of make Fortnite toys. Actually, I'm gonna listen to my first Jazzwares rant. Actually, so.
And yeah. Also, what I've been seeing is that I don't really know why people think this figure is inferior to the Jazzwares one, cause yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
like that
ugly
Jazzwares
joints.
ones has much more problems than this Tomy figure, in my opinion. And yeah, I'm pretty sure. Now, this is just my theory on some people. It's not you or anything, but like it's some people that prefer the Jazzwares ones over the Tomy ones in general. I'm pretty sure that some of these guys are trying to help Jazzwares because Jazzwares sucks. Jazzwares makes sucky toys.
Sucky
Like
toys.
the Sonic line, I don't even own them, but with the exception of Metal
Well,
Sonic and
I own a
Dr.
few
Robotnik,
figures now.
the line itself
I would love.
actually
I
kinda
actually would
sucks
love to get
because
some more
the figures are
Jazzwares
too
Sonic
small to have
figures.
a lot of
Mostly the
articulation,
3-inch ones.
which could make articulation sculpts look off and break very easily. And the Jazzwares quality on their products suck as well. I mean, there will be bad paint jobs, scratches, and odd sculpting on the figures. I
would
mean,
love to do a Jazz Reviews video
not
on
only
the
do the Sonic line sucks,
on the
but other
miniature Mega
Jazzwares
Man
lines
figures.
suck
I heard
as
they're
well,
actually
like
in
the
scale with the
Minecraft and the
3-inch
Roblox
Jazzwares
lines.
figures, so.
The only good lines they seem to have is their Cartoon Network lines, you know, with their like Adventure Time, Regular Show, and Hanna-Barbera lines, as well as their Nicktoons lines.
I actually take that back. The Cartoon Network and Hanna-Barbera lines are actually not that great, at least in terms of quality.
In their Mega Man line, that line sucks as well, but the only thing good about it was their Retro Rotor line. That mini line was better than the main line, but Jazzwares poo-pooed it so they can try and make their main line good. Well, at least attempted to try to make their main line good. That line wasn't really good at all. At least the games are good. I mean, no one would buy the toys if the games weren't good. So Jazzwares has a reputation for making terrible products. They're like the EA of toys. They make no effort into their products, and it just makes them feel lazy. And it bothers me on the fact that people would actually want Jazzwares to take the Sonic license back.
Best quote in 3,
You
2,
know what,
1.
Jazzwares? You suck. You suck, you suck, you suck. If anyone who works at Jazzwares is watching this video, tell your slaves to make better quality products. So overall, Tomy's good, Sonic is okay, but Jazzwares is bad. Jazzwares sucks. End of rant.
So yeah, my rant has sort of aged pretty decently. I mean, there's just some things that I do take back, but aside from that, I don't regret hating on Jazzwares. Even though I only hate Jazzwares as a toy company. I actually heard that Jazzwares does some like charity stuff, and I really endorse that. So really, I only hate Jazzwares as a toy company, and they hardly have anything good personally. But if you like Jazzwares, I fully respect that. So yeah, so this was the Chow Pack video I did. I think it was one of my more popular Tomy Sonic videos I made, and it's probably one of my favorites I've made so far. I do still have the figures boxed somewhere. Maybe once I rearrange my 3-inch Sonic display, maybe I'll display the Chow figurines with them.
The first Flipnote you saw in the video was the first video uploaded onto this channel. So, to celebrate the 5th year of this channel, we decided to remake that Flipnote with special effects and additional scenes. So, for the first time ever, you'll be able to watch early my new Flipnote mashup. Enjoy!
Like got my hands dirty for nothing. Huh? Patrick, check it out!
Whoa!
Hooray! Bubble party!
Hey! Who blew this bubble? You all know the rules.
Blowing babies will be beaten senseless by every able-bodied patron in the bar.
That's right! So who blew it? So, nobody knows.
Maybe it was...
Shut up! Somebody in here ain't a real man. You! We're on a baby hunt, and don't think we don't know how to weed 'em out. Now everybody line up! DJ, time for the test! No baby can resist singing along to this. SpongeBob, it's the Goofy Goober theme song.
I know.
Oh, I'm a goofy goober, yeah. You're a goofy goober, yeah. We're all goofy goobers, yeah. Goofy goober, yeah.
It was you! You're the baby!
No, I only coughed. I swear.
DJ, turn it up louder!
You're a goofy goober.
Don't sing along, Patrick!
I'm trying so hard. I'm a goofy goober, yeah. You're a goofy goober, yeah. We're all goofy goobers, yeah.
Goofy goobers, yeah.
Well. Which one of you babies was it?
It was him. He did it. I've never even eaten it. Goofy goobers, yeah.
Well, looks like we got ourselves a double baby.
Man, that was a close call.
Guess what I got?
The key!
Well, it's been a pretty good 5 years, don't you think? Yes, I've come a long way since I started kindergarten to get an education. So who knows what adventures I'll have between now and whenever this channel becomes unprofitable. I'm Lane Wilkinson, and I'll copy one of my favorite cartoon families to leave you what we all came here to see: hardcore nudity.